Look at Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right, so that's the King James. Now look what it says in the Geneva Bible. This one is from 1560. This is before the King James. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the worldly governors, the princes of darkness of this world. And notice how it didn't use against again, which means the worldly governors are the princes of darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness, which are in the high places. So not only are we in a spiritual battle, we're also being attacked by the worldly governors, the princes of darkness of this world.
Now, I really need you to think about what you just heard right there, okay? Because this is exactly why I believe we all need to start looking at these historical texts for ourselves instead of simply accepting what somebody else tells us about the Bible. Do you not agree? Yeah, me too. Okay, because, you heard it for yourself in the King James Version. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? But the Geneva tradition uses language a little bit more explicit, mentioning words like worldly governors or the princes of darkness of this world. Now, does that automatically prove that there's a hidden agenda here? No. But it absolutely gives us something worth examining, right? What did these different translations mean? Why were certain words translated differently? Why were certain words taken out or added in? And what else might we discover if we actually start comparing older translations or older texts instead of just relying off of one version? And that brings me to other Bibles I'd like to explore with you guys, okay? There are older Bibles and references works that use the term Palestine along the phrase Holy Land. Matter of fact, 19th century publications clearly used Palestine as a geographic name for the biblical land while also referring to it as the Holy Land. Yeah. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, go ahead, check this out.
Let's look at the Bible. With the entire world focused on the Middle East, I figured I'd look to the Bible for answers. This is an 1884 Catholic Bible that says Palestine is the Holy Land, 1895 Reference Bible that says Palestine is the Holy Land, and then an 1812 print that contains a write-up on Judea, Palestine, or the Holy Land. If you look at what the Bible says, it seems that they're trying to erase Palestine. I want to read one excerpt for you. Palestine, which comprehends the ancient country of Canaan, was occupied by 9 tribes of Israel. Israel is a tribe. Its many advantages and happy situation induced the neighboring and powerful kingdoms to attempt its subjection. Most of them succeeded in reducing to obedience and slavery the peaceable inhabitants. They have treated the conquered with utmost barbarity, not sparing old or young, women or helpless children.
And that right there raises another question. How have the names, maps, terminology, and descriptions surrounding this region have changed throughout history? I literally just showed you a few examples from those Bibles that had that evidence. And I actually want to go back and examine those editions and those pages for myself, just like you should. But I hear that they're destroying books now. Imagine how that works. Because look, guys, I'm not interested in telling you what you're supposed to believe here, okay? I'm interested in asking why this historical documents say what they say. And now we get into a much bigger question of biblical canon, okay? Because a lot of people out there say that there are originally 88 books in the Bible and the Council of Nicaea removed them, leaving us only 66 books, right? But that claim needs to really be investigated carefully because different Christian traditions have different biblical canons, and that canon was developed over a long period of history, okay? It just wasn't simply one meeting in 325 AD. That's not how it worked, okay? And then you get to 66. Is 66 significant? Is it a coincidence? Hell, I don't know. Okay? And I'm not going to pretend that I do. And that's the whole point right here, guys. We need to stop being afraid of asking questions, right? Also need you to remember that nothing in this world, and I repeat, nothing in this world is inherently good or evil simply because of what it is. It's how something is understood, interpreted, and used that actually matters, okay? So don't take my word for it, and sure as hell don't take their word for it. Do your own research, look at the documents yourself, ask your own questions, and think for yourself. Make a conscientious decision. You know the deal. Stay curious, stay enlightened, and always smile. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.